Hi, this is Marie, Whirledpeas00 Knit, episode 51. I have a jam-packed episode for you today. I have lots of projects, crochet, knitting, sewing, a little loom project, Denver Cruise projects that they're working on, coffee and tea corner. I have a garden segment. I have a whole podcast from Jayna that I'm going to put on here. And then she has an ice yarn haul, and that's going to go on at the very end. So stick around. You don't want to miss this. All right, so let's just get started so we can get through it all. So the first thing that I have that I've been working on, so I have a lot of finished projects for you. The first one is out of this yarn right here, which is Kirby Worby, and it's a sock yarn, and she dyes it self-striping, so it stripes. And there was a little mini skein with it. The mini skein is this right here. I used it for the ribbing. I used the whole thing. It's called Honeybee. And then the top part, this part is called Tricked Out Treehouse. And I have enough left that I could make some mitts probably with it. So I love it. I love the idea. I was watching Amy Beth on the Fat Squirrel, and she did one, a hat. I don't know that it was a Sockhead hat, but she did a hat with self-striping yarn. And it hadn't occurred to me that it would stripe in just thin stripes like this, that it would work out. So it looks great. And so it's Kirby Worby if you're looking for her yarn. So, and this is one of my favorite patterns, this Sockhead hat. It's like a slouchy, beanie, like that. I love it. It's super cute. And I've made so many of these. I just love them. All right, so the next thing, I have a bit of a hat parade for you. I was kind of into hats for just a second. So the next thing is I wanted to use some of my hand spun yarn because I haven't really used too much of it. And I made this big chunky hat. I cast on, it was like a big Aran weight at least, or chunky yarn. And it kind of went from, Aran to worsted because my spinning, this is one of the first, some of the first yarn that I've spun, and I was just using it up. And so I cast on 88 with a chunky yarn, and then I did a size 9 needle for the ribbing. I did a knit 2, purl 2, and then I did a size 10 for the body of the hat, and it just made like a big hat. And I tried to fade into different colors because I only had like a little bit of each yarn, and I wanted to just kind of fade it from one color to the next. So, I did like a few, I did a big stripe of the purple, and then I did a few like a little stripe of the green, and another stripe of the purple, and kind of tried to fade them one color to the next. So, and this is what it looks like, and it's just a big, for when it's really cold out, it's just a big chunky hat. I love it. Okay, and that didn't have a pattern. I just kind of like made it up, just a basic, hat. And then the next thing I have is a hot pad that I made. Okay, so I still have more knitting and crochet projects and everything, but I just was going to show you this, kind of in the order that I was making things in. So I pulled this out. I haven't used it in a really long time, but it is the Handspun Designs Potholder Pro. And so it's like a jumbo potholder loom thing. And I just wanted to make a potholder because I hadn't made one in a while. And it comes with this big thing, and then you have these little loops, just like when you were a kid and you used to do it. So anyway, I pulled that out, and I decided I just wanted to do a potholder. And so this is what I came up with. It's super cute. I love it. And it's just another potholder for summer for my kitchen. And then at the very end, I just sewed it, like with the sewing machine, just to make it, instead, I think you could tie a knot, maybe, to keep it, to hold that last loop in when you crochet around, because you kind of do this crochet thing all the way around to make it come off of the loom. and stay together. And I just did a couple stitches with the sewing machine. So I thought I would show that to you. I don't know if anyone has seen those, but it's been a while since I pulled it out, and I just thought it would be fun, you know, like a summertime craft you could do on the porch or whatever. Okay, so the next thing that I have is, a beanie. Okay, so I saw these beanies a lot, maybe it was like last winter, when we would be at the grocery store or wherever. I would see, and on the trains, I saw everybody wearing this hat, and it somebody made a copycat version of it. It's called the CC beanie, and I'll put that in right here. And I guess it stands for copycat. And so this is it. I believe the original one I saw was like a cream color, but I have some ice yarns, and I had gotten it last winter, I believe. And this is called Jeans Wool. It's super cute. I'll put a link down below if you're looking for it, just so you can find it, the Jeans Wool. And I used, so this is the beginning skein, how much yarn is on it. And I had this much left over. So I didn't even really use a full skein. So I feel like you could probably make 3 hats with 2 skeins. So, so that is it. Ice Yarns, Jeans Wool. Isn't that beautiful yarn? I just wanted to see what it looked like knit up into a project. I definitely think it would be really cool as a shawl or something like that. But yeah, this is just a little beanie, super easy. I used a size 7 for the ribbing and a size 8 for the body of the hat. And it's a free pattern, of course, because she did it as a copycat, you know. But I love it. It's just a little beanie. Now that'll be good for like a gift for someone, maybe for a man or something like that. I think that would be super cute. All right, so the next thing that I have on the list, is a shawl. I made a shawl from this book. Now I made this shawl like a really long time ago, and I really loved it, and I want to remake it actually, because mine was getting kind of older and pilled and ratty, and really I made it probably like 10 or 15 years ago. It's been a while. So so I used 4 balls of this Noro, let me see, Noro Tayo. And this is what I had left over. So I had probably, because I was using 2 strands, because it calls for 2 strands at the same time. So I held 2 strands together, and I did one part of the shawl with the 2 strands, and then the other part with the other, with the 2 skeins, excuse me, and then the other part with 2 more skeins. So this is what I had left over when I was all said and done. I just wound it into a big ball so I could use it for a hat or something like that. But I used most of 4 skeins for that. And then for the ruffle, I used this Low Tide, which is a Lion Brand yarn. And it's called Cabana. Oops. It's super cute. It's like a kind of a sparkly, almost like a tape yarn. And I thought, I have enough of that left over, and it kind of matches the color, one of the colors in the Tayo, the Noro. So I thought I'm going to use that for the ruffle. And I made the whole shawl since I've seen you last. This is what it looks like. It's super big and bulky because it is, double-stranded. So it goes from color to color. I really love it. That's what it looks like. Super cute. So I love it. And it's super hot right now. I don't really want to put a shawl on, but this is what it looks like. So it's really cute. I love it. and it's really warm. It'll be nice for summer. It's a little warm with that shawl on because that is a big bulky shawl. But I love it for winter. Okay. The next thing that I have on my list is called Wobble Bobble Beanie. Okay, so this I started kind of back in the winter time. I got the pattern from Hannah Martin of Mars. So this is what it looks like. It's a pay-for pattern. And I believe it's just like you buy it off of her website, I believe. I can't quite remember, but you can look it up, of Mars. And she has actually a whole bunch of cool hats that she made that are on Instagram, and she sells the hat finished project. And it's quite expensive to buy it like that, but you can buy the pattern from her and make them yourself. This is crocheted, and I used a size I 5mm hook, and this is jeans wool. So I used this Ice Yarns jeans wool, and this is something I got this last winter, and I thought I want to make a hat with that. Check it out. And when I used that whole skein, this is what I had left. So I had just a little bit left over. And this is the hat. It's super cute. It's a beanie. It's crocheted. This is what it looks like. So it's kind of like a little beanie. I think it's so cute. And I put a big pom-pom on it. I had this giant pom-pom that was like big as my face, but I did not use it for this. I was thinking, oh my gosh, this will probably weigh the whole hat off of my head. All right, so I am totally gonna knit this or crochet this pattern again. I really like it. Wobble Bobble Beanie. I'll put that down below. So you should look that up. All right, and I feel like you could make it slouchy if you wanted. You could just add a whole nother row of either the bobbles or just make this part a little bit longer, just with more, double crochets. So you could do that. All right, so the next thing that I have, is a work in progress. Okay, here it is, it's in my basket. It is another Sockhead hat, and so it's Crazy Zauberball. This is the yarn, and let me see, here is the colorway, color 2334, so Crazy Zauberball. So Crazy Zauberball is really cool yarn. I've knit a pair of socks already with this actual colorway, so I had like 2 balls of it, and so I thought I would take the second ball and make a hat with it. I'm working on a Sockhead hat. Not quite done yet, but I thought, I'll podcast and then I'll get it done next time. So Crazy Zauberball just kind of goes from color to color, and it just makes a crazy colored item, but it's really cute. I love it. And now I have matching socks also, so that's cool. Right, so the next project that I have is something that I've had on the needles for quite a while. It is a Scrappy bias shawl, and so this, I finished it finally. It takes a while because it's knit with all sock weight yarn, so this is all like leftover scraps from socks that I've knit before in the past, and it's really great to knit. And I was thinking about knitting another one. I have one that I've already knit in pastel colors, and then I decided to cast another one on like last year sometime because I wanted to make it again because it's so fun to just add more scraps and more scraps, and so this is what it turned out like. I used all kinds of like mini skeins and sock scraps and everything, so it's really cute. The pattern is by a lady named Emily. She has a podcast. It's called Meanwhile at the Castle. So I'll put her name down here if you're looking for the pattern, but it's called Scrappy Bias Shawl. So you definitely need to check it out if you have any scraps that you want to use up. And it's super easy to do. It does take a little bit of time because it's made, with such a small needle. It's made with a size 6 needle. All right. So the next thing, and I think I might do another one, a third one. just because I have so many more scraps left. All right, so the next thing that I have, let me put that back there, is I have a pattern, and it's called Cleo. And it was like just with some fabric that I had left over. And I went ahead and made my denim version that I was wanting to make. And I'll go ahead and put it on and show it to you. And I made it with denim. In the fall, and you could put tights on underneath it. You could put, you know, a long sleeve or a sweater underneath it. So it's cute. I love it. It was super easy to make. Tilly and the Buttons, Cleo. So the next thing I have is another sewing project. This one was like a quick and easy one. And I decided that in the summertime, when I go out walking, there's bugs and stuff that bite me. And I like to go out walking, and I don't always want to wear like a really long skirt that is super hot because it's warm here where I'm living. And I had been to Glenwood Springs has like a giant swimming pool, and they had a gift shop there. And I don't know if it was last year, I think it was last year or the year before when I went there. I got this like really gauzy, it's kind of like a swimsuit cover up, like a wrap that you just tie around your waist. And I thought, well, this is super cute. I'll just tie this around my waist, or you could, you know, tie it around your whole body, you know, like a little dress. But I tied it around my waist just to get the bugs not to bite me while I'm out walking. And I decided I wanted to wash it, and it's very thin and gauzy. I didn't want it to get holes in it or to get ruined from, you know, the washing, because it's so delicate. And it has these little tassels on it, and some of the tassels were loose, and then I redid all the tassels so that they're tight again after I washed it. And I thought, what could I do? I'm going to make something that is kind of like this but more washable and wearable, and so that I could keep this in good shape. And this is really just a scarf, I think. I mean, I feel like it's meant to be whatever you want, I guess. You can make it a scarf, you can make it a little shawl, or you can make it something around your waist. But I went ahead, just covered up my notes. I went ahead and had some fabric in my stash, and I went ahead and made one. I had some fabric in my stash, and I made one that I could wash and wear more easily. I did mine 46 by 68, and this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and show it to you. So it's just a big like rectangle, and you can just like tie it around your waist, and it'll cover your legs when you're out walking. You can scrunch it up. So just like this. And so I just wear it when I'm out walking, just so that the bugs don't get me. It covers my legs, it's not hot, and I wear it with shorts. And you could even wear it with a skirt or something like that, but when you're just out walking and you don't want to get eaten alive by the bugs, I just thought it was cool. I don't know if that would be something you'd be interested in, but I went ahead and thought I would show it to you. All right, and I can wash it, and it's not so delicate like this one. So, all right, so the next thing is Coffee and Tea Corner. The coffee that I'm drinking right now is Irish Cream by Bones Coffee, and it's really delicious. And then I have another flavor of theirs, which is Mint Invaders, which is from Chocolate Space, but it's by them, and it's really good. It tastes like mint chip ice cream for sure. I just had a sample of it, so I don't have a lot of it. I had a little bit more, I think came in a sample, so I just thought I would try it, and it's really good. And I saw the pumpkin coffee on the shelf at the grocery store already, so I'm not gonna lie, I already bought a bag of pumpkin coffee, and I might have had a few cups of it Oh my God. But I'm not going to show it until fall. Let's pretend I don't have pumpkin coffee and I'm not drinking it already. So, all right. And then the last thing that I have is some tea, birthday party. So Christine gave this to me. It's from Harney and Sons, and it is some little sachets of a birthday party tea, and it tastes like birthday cake. It's kind of difficult to get open. I need to like pry it open with a spoon. But it comes in little sachets, and I made some iced tea with it the other day, and it was so delicious. It was like I was drinking a birthday cake. So I don't know. I don't know how they do it. And it doesn't even have like big chunks of sugar in it or anything. It just tastes like a birthday cake, so which is crazy. All right, so the next thing that I have is I have a garden segment I'll put in here. Then I have the Denver Crew projects. Then I'll put in Jayna's podcast, which is super cool that she made that, and I'm so excited for her. And then she has a Ice Yarns haul at the very end. So, and whatever yarns that she's showing, I'll go ahead and put those down below so you can find them in Ice Yarns also. So, have fun. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. Thanks.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Hey everyone. So I am here by myself due to the quarantine. I don't have my friends who I usually do our videos together, but I actually ordered some ice yarn. So I wanted to do an ice haul, and I actually have some other yarn coming in, I believe from maybe Lionheart, but it's not here yet. But I want to open my ice yarn, so I have to go ahead and do this video, and then I will also share some things that I have been working on. What shall we do first? Let's do what I've been working on. Things that have I've been working on. I don't know why I decided that I wanted to wear turbans or headbands during this quarantine, but I've been working on some of those. So don't remember if this was the first one, and I'll share the links for the videos. I've been going on YouTube and following videos on YouTube on, well, one, this is called a turban headband. Turban headband. It was relatively easy. I think I finished it in one day, and here it is. So I'm gonna say this was probably my first one because I didn't know really what size I was doing or anything like that. But it was really, really easy to make. Two-tone, just some yarn that I had left over, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So after I made this first one, I was in. I was all the way in on making turbans, headband turbans, or turbans in general. So there's the first one that I created, and so let's go to the next one. I was like, oh, well, that was cute. Let's try it again, and let's try to do the right size. So really made it a lot smaller. I'm gonna have to link the yarn that I use for this, but this is one of the yarns I've done in another haul. So it kind of has some gold specks in it. I think it's so cute. Definitely a different fit. And when I tell you all it was easy, it was so, so easy. And you can wear it forward with the little knot in the front, or of course, you can wear it backwards as just a basic headband. I love it. I'm in for it. Crocheted. Took me one day to make. So that's two, right? I'm still in turban mode or headband mode. Some more kind of colorful yarn that I had probably downstairs in the basement with me as I'm working, and another headband turban. All of these were the same design, same video that I was watching, but I just like the colors in this one. And this may have been something else that I unraveled, and I was like, you know what? Let's make it into a turban. So that's kind of what I did for the first 2 months. It took me about a month to get back into creating the creative mode, but at one point, this is what I was doing. And they went so fast, I made so many of them. Then I was like, well, let's try to make a whole turban. So this was definitely a different video. I'll have to find the videos that I was actually watching when I made it, but it's small. It's probably just a little bit too small. I think I just tried to use the remainder of this yarn. That was kind of some leftover yarn that I had from something else, but I wanted to see if I could make a full turban. Didn't really work out. Not how I wanted it to work out. I have a ponytail back here, so maybe it's not laying flatly. But if I could get it to lay flatly, and probably if it was a little bit longer, I think it's cute. I think it's absolutely cute. Who knows? It might be long enough to, when I don't have a ponytail in the back, to put over most of my hair. But I think it was cute. I think it had some double back stitching in it and all that. So that's what I kind of was working on. It actually fits my mom's head because she has a smaller head than I do. But I'm working on turbans. Turbans and headband turbans. And again, I don't know the name of this yarn because it was some older yarn that I kind of was gifted, actually. I was gifted by Marie this yarn. So those were the first 3 things that I was working on. Then I went into shawl mode. I want to make a shawl. Like, I want to crochet a shawl. Didn't really want to knit it because I felt like that took a long, long time. So I started, let me see, oops, sorry about that. I started with this, and everything that I'm doing, basically, I'm just watching YouTube videos, and kind of just following along with the YouTube videos. And I know you all can hear the ball bouncing. I have a son who loves basketball, so he's out in the back playing basketball. What do you do? Anyway, so this is one of the first ones I am trying to make, I'm working on. And the name of it is, I'm going to call it Villers, V-I-L-L-I-E-R-S. I just thought it was so, so pretty. And it's a beginner shawl that I found. It said easy for beginners. That's what I needed, so I was in for it. In the video, she uses a sincere sock fingering yarn. I didn't do that. I should have. But I just used some worsted yarn because that's kind of what I had. And I wanted to see how it would come out. So let's look at that. Let's look at that real quick. So this is what I have. And I found myself, since I watched the videos, I probably should really, and I will go back and purchase the pattern for it. But I felt like it just wasn't getting longer arm-wise. It was just getting longer lengthwise. So I started adding a little bit more around the edging. I put some edging around it just to see if I could make it go longer arm-wise. But it's still attached to my yarn because I'm not done working on it. But this is my worsted weight again. I think it's still going to be cute. It's going to be nice and cozy because it is worsted yarn. And I do know exactly now I wasn't adding enough on the ends for it to actually get longer. So I think it's cute. I think it'll be nice and warm. The yellow is some yarn that I just got from Joann's. And I didn't bring that with me, but I will, I'll leave notes to exactly what yarn it is. But I just thought it went pretty with this. Bam. It kind of brought out the gold flakes in it. So that's what I have. I still think it's going to be nice and cozy. It kind of flips over at the top now. Kind of gives it a collarish look. So we'll see what it turns into be, but it will be a shawl that I will continue to work on. So that's one thing I'm working on. I know you all don't want to see my whole dress. And then I was like, well, I need some lighter yarn. That heavy yarn is not what I need. So this is not right, but I'm still going to share it because that's what we do. I wanted to use some fingering yarn, but my hook was too small, so it just made it tighter and tighter. So I'll come back with what actually I turned it into. Be right. All right. I am back. So came back to actually share this one. A whole nother pattern, of course. I'll share that pattern with you. Finger weight yarn, and it's working out a lot better. So, like I said, I'm a novice at this. I'm kind of haven't been able to sit next to my friend Marie, and so I'm trying to work it out at home, all on my lonesome. But I think this one is going to be rather cute. Again, it's still attached because I'm working on it, but it's nice and light for the summertime. But it's longer. Bam. And I'll take pictures in these and insert them kind of where they go to give you a better idea of kind of what it is and you know how it works for me. But on this one I am using Joann's again, right? Because it's been the easiest thing to get to and it's open. This one was actually on sale. It was in clearance. Can't beat clearance yarn, right? But it is patterned sock. So that's what I've been using on this. And I've also been using something else I had got on sale was jeans. This one also on sale at Joann, and they're both Lion. Well, no, this one is Lion brand. So that one and that one were in my little shawl that I'm creating, and I did put a lip toe. Don't see it. Here it is. A little bit of shine to it, right? Because you need a little bit of bling bling to go through it. So just a little bit right there in the center, and I just attached it. So I don't know. I like it. I can't wait for it to be done. I've been up really late at night working on it because I want to see the progress and I want to wear it and I want it to get done. So I'm really, really excited about it. What else have I been working on? As always, I am working on my blanket. I continue to work on my blanket. It's getting longer and longer, but I love it. Just kind of putting it together with some yarns that make me happy. So it's my happy blanket. It's taking the back seat to my shawls. I actually was working on a hat. Oh, let me show you all this cute little basket that I got. I was actually working on a hat, knitting a hat. I got it started really good, and I think maybe I dropped a stitch and I pulled it all the way back. And then I started again, but it just wasn't right. So I basically put that yarn on timeout, and I'll go back to it at another time. Look what little cute basket I got. Our store here is King Soopers, or Kroger store. And I found this really good Kroger store that's kind of like a Walmart, for lack of a better term. And they had these baskets on sale. So I was like, oh, that'll be a good basket to hold my yarn. But anyway, also to go on my blanket, I bought some, I was drawn to this Red Heart with Love Premier, right? It's so soft and the color is just so pretty. So I had to get it. It'll go on my blanket. Who knows what else it'll turn into be. And I also got this one because actually this one, I love this. I love fuchsia. So they will both make an appearance in my blanket and probably appear somewhere else. But anyway, drum roll please. We are going to do our ice yarn haul. Unveiling. Opening. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to share another video that I have been watching, and this is the actual, it's actually this one. Another beginner shawl, but I really like it. I like how it's hanging. I like everything about it. So this is actually the pattern that I'm using for it. I don't know if I'm gonna put tassels on it or not, but I really want to see it completed. So those are both of the patterns that I'm using via YouTube, because YouTube is your friend. All right, we're gonna do the ice haul opening. I'm excited. Like, I really can't wait for that other yarn to even get here. I also decided that when I order yarn, because usually I order yarn off of like a video or something I've seen, I'm like, oh, I really want to make that. But by the time I figure out what yarn I want to use, the yarn gets here, I forget everything about what I'm making. So, nice yarn. All right, here we go. You always have to be super careful because you don't want to nick your yarn that's inside the container. So I probably won't be able to tell you all what I wanted to make with these. I probably wanted some size 3, I think is what I ordered. With size 3 yarn, which would be more of a not worsted. All right. So far, this is it. This is what's in here so far. You want to come say hi? Okay. All right. Here we go. Bam. This is why I love ice yarn, because they give you probably all the yarn you need to be able to create something. So this yarn is Magic Light. Magic Light. It is, of course, one of our favorite people to use. It was upside down, ice yarn. And it got here super fast. I ordered it last week and it's here Friday this week. So it really only took a week to get here. Again, it is the size 3, 100% acrylic, Magic Light yarn. I love the colors in it. It's probably going to end up being a shawl. That's probably, I was on my shawl kick, so it's probably going to end up being a shawl, but I absolutely love the colors in this yarn. So that's our first one. And readjust the camera. Oh, I didn't get as much as I thought. Cool beans. This is another, this is a Lana Bella, which is probably also a 3. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm making shawls with it. Absolutely, that's beautiful. That'll be absolutely beautiful in the fall. Let's see what I'm trying to show you. This right here. Lana Bella. Beautiful fall colors. Beautiful fall colors. So I'm excited. Yeah, size 3. That's what I wanted. Size 3. So where I didn't remember before, now I remember, it's shawl season. Everybody's getting a shawl. And I think one of them I wanted to make with pockets, like a little, I saw another video on YouTube, and it had pockets, so I will link that one also. All right, this one looks more like sock yarn. Yeah, it's beautiful though. Both of those were extremely soft also, so I like ice yarn. Here it is. This one is, oh yeah. That's nice. So this one is, this one is a size 3 also. You okay? Okay. This one is a size 3 also. This one is jeans. Jeans, it's just called jeans. I wish I knew the color of it. Bam, bam, bam. They never really give you the color, but that's this one. Nice. Isn't that color pretty? I think that'll go really, really nice with this one. That's a good accent with this one. You have to let me know what you think. But I like this one, right? So that's jeans, probably. Yeah, it's nice and thin, very soft. I think it's beautiful. Yeah. All right, now then I got another jeans. Bam. More of a, I don't know, red, pinkish tone. Still extremely soft. It's so pretty. A rust. Even those together. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Size 3, again, sock weight, 100% cotton. It'll be pretty. So I think, honestly, that's all I have. It was kind of hard doing this video without Marie. I'm sure I'm going to send it to her. She's going to chop and screw it and make it work for what we needed to work for. But I wanted to share like the things I have been working on. It's my goal to be able to have a hat started. Winter's going to be here before we know, but I definitely am going to be working on shawls. I like them. I'll definitely crochet. I don't know, I might even try to knit one. See if I can follow a knit pattern. So anyway, well, thank you all so very much for watching. Again, always subscribe. We love our viewers, and I'm missing Marie extremely because my hat would be done now. She would have looked at it and been like, oh, you just dropped down and fixed this and that and this and that. So anyway, that's the end. I feel like I should have ordered more, but I did order more from like I said, I think I ordered something from I Love Knitting or Love Knitting or something like that. So if that comes later on today, I'll do another unboxing with that one, and we'll just go from there. All right. Thank you all for watching.
They think I poured water on myself.
No, you didn't.